What happened to the fish?
I got rid of them. Just figured it was for the best. I couldn't get into it.
If you are looking for the big picture in Amazon's November 2nd debuting Homecoming, it is to be found in the precise details in the Julia Roberts starring and Sam Esmail directed self-described psychological thriller, for better or worse. The first small-screen leading role for the Oscar-winning Erin Brockovich actor, and having premiered in part at the Toronto International Film Festival, the 10-episode first season of the series adapted from the Eli Horowitz and Micah Bloomberg-created podcast of the same name, Homecoming is mostly a hollow exercise or expression in postmodernism, with a mishmash of different formats, genres, timelines, conspiracies, realities, decades, and what seems to be a bit of a Columbo homage thrown in there.
Have you ever forgotten something? Something big?
You think this is the place where they want to help us out?
Like Esmail's Mr. Robot, everything exactly has its place in the 2018 to 2022 tale of Robert's corporately harried and terrible wig-wearing caseworker Heidi Bergman at the Homecoming Transitional Support Center, a shifty facility with a pretense of helping frontline soldiers cycle back to civilian life and clearly playing another game with the men under its so-called care and their notion of memory. Now, every lamp, table, government storage warehouse, location, and yellow Sharpie has the allure of significance and attention, as well as the distressed audio of telephone conversations, especially with Bergman's very shifty, slippery, and slimy boss, Colin Belfast, portrayed by an always-on-the-move and quite great Bobby Cannavale. That, despite Cannavale and the truly excellent Rumble Defense Department investigator played by Boardwalk Empire vet Shea Wigham. That's the narration migraine here with Homecoming. Those flourishes and aesthetics can't hide the fact that, say, unlike Netflix Maniac, there isn't much of an actual story here from what I've seen so far, which may be one reason why each episode is around half an hour long, which of course is unusual for a drama nowadays. Also featuring Stephen James and Dermot Mulrooney, who was in My Best Friend's Wedding with Roberts, of course, Homecoming sees Roberts going for the tense understatement and finds its once mega-wattage lead underserviced by the scripts from Horowitz and Bloomberg. Her deep talent underutilized for the most part, except for silent stares off into the moral abyss and the future and the past.
Walter, hi.
Look, I need to talk to you about something.
Okay.
No, you don't need to do that. This isn't a session.
What do you need?
I explained to you what happened with Schreier was mostly my fault. I took the van, I drove us out there.
You did, yes.
So what, you didn't believe me?
I believe that you care about your friend, and I understand that.
So where is he? Where did they take him?
Nobody took him anywhere. He's back with his
You
family.
don't have to do that, okay? You can tell me the truth.
That is the truth. Schreier needed more help than we can give him here, and he's with his family. They'll decide.
Why? Why? Because of what he thought was going on?
What did he think was going on?
If I tell you, you're gonna have me moved and throw out all my stuff too?
Of course not.
I just saw them. They're throwing out all of his shit.
They're not throwing it out.
I mean, there is a story in the visual weave of Homecoming. Something is going on, but it may not be what you think it is, and it almost seems too much work as Wigham follows up 4 years from now on an anonymous tip that all was not as it should have been at the Tampa, Florida set Homecoming facility, and finds Roberts Bergman now living with her Sissy Spacek portrayed mother and waitressing at a dockside seafood joint, a noticeable sharp decline in her status, to put it mildly. Picked up for a 2-season order back in July of last year, Homecoming isn't going to go anywhere else anytime soon. But that's also its stumbling block, as much as its future. And that's, underneath the Empress's new clothes, a long, long grind indeed.